Welcome to LinguaWire English A2. Today, we have two stories: Canada's football moment and deadly strikes near the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at LinguaWire.com. Our first story is about football and national pride. Adam is here, our LinguaWire sports correspondent.
Hi, Daniel.
Adam, Canada had a big World Cup result. What happened?
Canada beat South Africa on Sunday with a late winning goal. The win took Canada into the last 16 of the World Cup. It was a historic moment for the Canadian team.
Why was this win so important?
Canada won a knockout game at the tournament for the first time. In a knockout game, the winner goes forward and the loser goes out. So this was not just another match.
What did the coach say to the players?
Coach Jesse Marsh spoke to them after the final whistle. He called them Canadian heroes. He also said the future of the sport in Canada is huge because of them.
That is a very strong message. Is football changing in Canada?
It seems that way. Ice hockey has long been seen as Canada's main sport. But this World Cup run is changing how many people feel about football.
How are fans talking about that change?
Before the match, one fan told BBC Sport that the sport is starting to be called football, not soccer. The fan also said Canada is becoming a football nation.
Can one tournament really change a sport in a country?
Not by itself, but it can help a lot. Young players can see a new dream. Fans can feel that their team belongs on the big stage.
What happens next for Canada?
Canada will play in the last 16. The pressure will be bigger, but the attention will be bigger too. Even if the run ends soon, this result may stay important.
So the story is not only about the score.
Exactly. It is also about a new feeling. Canada is not only hosting World Cup matches, Canada is also making its own football history.
Our second story is from the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. Sarah is here, our LinguaWire regional affairs correspondent.
Hello, Daniel.
Sarah, what is the latest report?
A United Nations mission says at least 28 civilians were killed. It says Pakistan launched airstrikes in Afghan provinces near the border on Sunday. It also says Pakistani ground troops entered those areas.
Who was hurt, according to the UN mission?
The UN mission says another 49 people were injured. It says women and children were among the victims. Officials say most casualties were in Mandakale, a village in Paktia province.
What does Pakistan say about the strikes?
Pakistan says it was targeting militant hideouts. It named areas in Paktia, Paktika and Kunar provinces. These provinces are in Afghanistan, near Pakistan's border.
And what does Afghanistan's Taliban government say?
The Taliban government says civilian homes were hit. It called the attack a cowardly act and an atrocity. It also gave a higher civilian death toll than the UN mission.
What numbers did the Taliban government give?
It said 36 civilians were killed. It also said more than 160 people were injured. After attacks, different sides often give different numbers.
Was there a ceasefire between the two countries?
Yes, the two countries agreed to a ceasefire last October. That came after weeks of deadly clashes. But the agreement has since fallen apart.
Why is this so dangerous for people living there?
Because the fighting is happening near villages and homes. Civilians can be caught between armed groups and state forces. Families near the border may not know where they can be safe.
What should listeners remember about the claims?
They should remember that the sides describe the events differently. The UN mission gives one death toll. The Taliban government gives another higher number. Pakistan says it targeted militants, not civilians.
What may happen next?
There may be more pressure on both sides to stop the fighting. Aid workers and officials may try to check the numbers. But for families in the area, the most urgent need is safety.
Now the language recap. Part 1. 3 football words from the Canada story. First word, knockout game. A knockout game is a match where the loser is out of the tournament. In the story, Canada won a knockout game for the first time at the World Cup. Example, the knockout game was very tense. Second word, the last 16. The last 16 means the round with 16 teams still in the tournament. In the story, Canada reached the last 16. Example, our team hopes to reach the last 16 this year. Third word, fans. Fans are people who support a team, sport, or person. In the story, fans felt football was growing in Canada. Example, the fans sang loudly after the goal. Part 2, the verb reach. Reach means to arrive at a place, level, or goal. In the story, Canada reached the last 16. For the present, say, I reach, you reach, we reach, they reach. With he, she, or it, say, reaches. For the past, say, reached. Example 1. The train reaches the station at 9. Example 2. They reached the final last year. That's today's news. Every word you just heard is written out at LinguaWire.com. The full transcript and a tap-to-check glossary for words you don't yet know. That's LinguaWire.com. Follow the show so we're there in your feed tomorrow. Speak to you then.